Hi, I'm Dan Hernandez. I'd like to welcome you to this week's episode of Sport Fishing. Well, today we're fishing aboard the Stardust. We left a couple hours ago from Santa Barbara, and we're out here in the Channel Islands between San Miguel and Santa Rosa. We're going to be rock fishing today. We'll be fishing really deep water, areas that haven't been open to the public for a while, so it should be really good fishing. So stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing. I'm Dan Hernandez and I live to fish.
All right.
I have been fishing along the Pacific coast my entire life.
Oh!
Let me bring you in the action and share with you some great fishing tips along the way.
Very popular boat.
Wow, real great.
That might be a keeper, Gabe.
Yes, sir, you're good.
The second this slows down, Larry, we'll pull up. I don't want to move you.
Number 3 as well? Great.
Fishing with Dan Hernandez out of Santa Barbara on the Stardust. Having a fun day.
Yeah, Rick.
There's mine.
Nice wing.
Oh,
yeah. Yes, sir. Right here.
big salmon grouper on the bucktail, B52 Bucktail,
Where's this going?
28.
Sweet.
That's what I caught it on.
Look at that red.
Yeah. Vermilion rockfish, baby. Good job.
Nice. Beauty. I think that thing might be loading.
Oh, it's a big bocatch. Yeah. Big bocaccio. Hold on. Let me grab your line. Nice salmon grouper. Look at that monster. Another nice red right. There you.
Can I take my jacket off so you can see his shirt?
Deckhand. Oh no.
What do we got here, guys? What's up?
Bucktail with no bait on it.
You're right there.
Floater!
Floater!
What's up, 350? Got it.
Put your rod against the ground. Come on, man.
It's the little guy.
Dan Hernandez Stardust trip. Woohoo! First fish, man. First time down. Yeah, baby. Woo!
Oh,
freaking kidding me?
Right here, I got you.
Holy smokes, you're done for the day, Charlie.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Ain't messing around, man. Fishing with Dan Hernandez on the Stardust out of Santa Barbara. Having a great time. Come and join us. You'll have a great time too.
Stardust. Dan Hernandez.
Nice thread.
We don't even need fishing rods to catch here.
Good time. Good time.
This is work. Over 400 feet of water. Big fish. It's a lot of work. A little help?
There we go. Christian. Christian on the side.
A little busy.
Shaking his head. Oh, lean cod! Lean cod, gaff! Yes! On a bucktail! Woo! Beautiful lean cod here aboard the Stardust. Got a B52 Bucktail, HD model. Come out, captain said, use a big profile bait, and that's what I did, got that beautiful fish. Well, let's take a break here aboard the Stardust and go to the tackle box and give you a good look at the gear you need for this type of fishing. Thank you.
Nice.
This week in the tackle box, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing today. We're fishing deep water. With all the new regulations that the state has enforced, we have to fish deep water this time of year. So right now, nothing shallower than 300 feet of water. And today on these boats, we're fishing much deeper water, anywhere from 300 down to 800 feet. And I've been on boats when these regs are set where they go down to 1,000 feet. So make sure you're prepared to fish this deep water when it's that time of year. Now, a good reel to use for this type of fishing is an electric reel. I like to use an electric reel fishing deep water. I fill it up all the way, 40-pound Spectra. I can go down to 1,000 feet, and it just works out really, really good. And what's nice about this, you just use the battery, press the button, the line comes right up. It's nice, easy, and convenient. And it doesn't matter how many times the skipper says, wind them up, you don't care, you just press the button, it comes right up. And before I thought they were kind of a gimmick, but now with the new regulations, they're an important tool to have, and they work out really, really good. Now, it's really important to understand that when you're fishing deep water, it doesn't matter if you're up in Northern California, fishing the Channel Islands, whenever you're fishing deep water, you really got to fish a bigger bait. So normally I just fish a 1 ounce B52 Bucktail in this deep water, but when I'm fishing in the deep water, I use the HD model. It has the big hook, 8/0 hook, and what I'm going to do to that is add a large single tail grub. I want to make my bait look bigger. Even though that's a nice sized bait, down over 300 feet, it's too small. You need to have a bigger bait, make more commotion down there in the bottom of the ocean, and it's going to attract the fish. The lingcod, the reds, all the other rockfish will attack it. You just have to have a bigger bait. So put a single tail grub on this and it'll work out good. This is what I like to fish all the time, even the shallow water. For the lingcod, a 6 ounce B52 Bucktail with a large single tail grub. I'd use that same grub on every bait I drop down over 300 feet. And it's so important that we've even come out with kits to help you do that. A lot of people are always asking what grub to use, what style, what colors. We made the kits out for you so you don't have to think about it. Different colors, different styles, everything you need for this type of fishing. If it's lingcod, rockfish, red snapper, it'll all work out really, really good. It's all done for you. Just have to buy it. The other thing is the metal jigs. For metal jigs, you want to use a 10 ounce magic metal jig, get down the bottom. and just hit the bottom, come back a little bit, and that'll work out good too. The last thing you have to have with you is a boomerang tool. These things are deadly. They work out so good. They cut the line so easily. I just really like my boomerang tool. It's so easy to cut spectra. It's the best tool I've ever used, and everybody should have it. The retractor on it makes it easy to put on the outside of your tackle box. So use the boomerang tool with you all the time. You won't be disappointed you have it with you. They work so, so good. Well, this is the basic gear you need for this type of fishing. Let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.
Yeah, we need you guys spread out here. This could be awesome or completely destructive.
Guys, I'm gonna take over this corner for a little bit.
Okay, we got fish coming up here, guys. All these rods are bent because they all got fish on them.
Right.
There's another one. See what I got here. I'm almost up. Big grouper.
Oh, you got busted off on the other one.
Yep.
Pulled each other apart.
I lost a big fish. Yep. Got this one. And my other line broke. Again, another one on a bucktail. Just awesome fishing here for the Stardust. Having lots of fun out here today.
Sport fishing with Dan Hernandez on the Stardust.
Oh, wow. There's a good one. Look at the more. Wind up. Here we go. Oh, you didn't want to get that thing in the boat?
Oh, I'm afraid to rip it off.
It's just a rock sole. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, baby. That's good times there.
All you have to do, even in high gear, just slow down.
Wow.
Here comes my fish. Got a salmon grouper. Yeah, I got it. Thanks. Nice salmon grouper here. Again on a B52 Bucktail. These fish are just biting really, really good. It's just awesome fishing.
I got caught. Alright, let me get in one, guys. We are so twisted. Oh yeah. Oh God. Oh, there we go. Clear. All right, look at that. Double giant grouper. Sport fishing with Dan Hernandez.
Get yourself off the couch, get on down here, you can do this too.
Yes, sir.
On the Stardust.
Ah, beautiful red snapper. Dan Hernandez sport fishing on the Stardust. Don't get no better than this. Woo!
Nice. Beautiful red.
Nice big red.
Tangle. Nice red.
Way down there.
Nice red on the B52 Bucktail. These things are so good eating. And this is why you come up here. This is why you come to Channel Islands. Catch quality fish like this on the Stardust. There's a B52 Bucktail. Beautiful red. Work really good together. What I really like about the bucktails is even if you don't have bait on it, your bait comes off, you're still gonna catch fish. That's a beautiful red snapper right there. All right, let's take a little break from the action here aboard the Stardust. Go to the galley and show you how to cook up one of these delicious fish we're catching. This week in the galley, we're in downtown Los Angeles at Pez Cantina. Standing next to me is Chef Brent. Thanks a lot for inviting us back, Chef.
Good to see you. Yeah, thanks for being
Beautiful
here.
location here in downtown Los Angeles.
Thank
Never been here before. What do you have in store for us today?
Well, we got a few dishes, but the first one we're going to do is going to be Pacific rockfish. We're going to serve that with a bacalao, like a potato cake. I've got some great chanterelle mushrooms, which I couldn't pass on this, which are really great. I love mushrooms. And then some bitter greens, some frisee, and some watercress. And then we're going to do kind of like a Mexican piccata sauce on top.
Cool.
Yeah.
How do we get started?
Well, first thing we're going to do is with the fish here. Okay, so right now we're going to put super hot pan. I put a little bit of olive oil in there. I season the skin with salt and pepper and skin side down. In the meanwhile, I've got this great, it's a bacalao potato cake. Basically, it's like mashed potatoes, you know, with butter and cream. Now for the sauce, what we're gonna do is we've got butter, I've got capers, I've got some chipotle adobo. I've got like a little bit of like a chicken-y kind of like chili broth. It's actually our pozole soup. We just strain it, so it's got a lot of like just like punch to it. And then I've got a little bit of garlic here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of butter and garlic, and we're just gonna sizzle the garlic and the butter together. So now I got about 20 seconds on there. I'm gonna add some white wine. I'm gonna turn the flame up. I'm gonna add a little bit of white wine. I'm gonna add that nice like chili broth, and I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reduce this by about 75%. So if you look at the fish here, we got a nice brown into it, super crispy. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna get all the fat that's on there, I'm gonna get rid of the extra fat, like that, and I'm gonna put it in the oven, skin side down. Okay, so now that it's reduced pretty well, I'm gonna add a nice pat of butter, capers, chipotle adobo. The last thing I'm gonna put in there, the second to last thing I'm gonna put in there is garlic chives. And I'm gonna add a little squeeze of fresh lime. I'll put a little bit on top of the fish, but I don't want to really get the skin too wet with that because you want to keep the integrity of the crunchiness. And then just kind of like have the green sort of flowing on top and over the fish. Voila. All right, Dan, so here you go. This is actually a new dish we're doing for our dinner menu.
Cool.
Crispy skin sea bass, you got the chanterelle mushrooms, you got the bacalao cake, you got the Mexican piccata sauce. Yeah, it's just a delicious dish, lots of flavors, lots of vibrancy to it. You gotta get some of that sauce in there.
This takes rockfish to a whole new level.
It does, yeah. You notice how when you broke into that skin, it's just like really crispy and...
This is so good.
Thank you.
Really, really good. And Brett, where can people find you?
We're at 401 South Grand Avenue, downtown Los Angeles, right in the financial district, like down the street from all the MoCA and the Broad and all the museums. So
Yeah, right down here.
And you can see me through the window here, so
Right.
just make sure you say hello and wave, and you know.
This is really good. But thank you, Brett, for having us here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Remember, we're at Pez Cantina, downtown Los Angeles. Let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing. Turn around.
13.
13? Yeah. Those are yours. I think those are all yours.
Oh, Dan, you are the man.
Like fin bait.
That's a beauty. Number one? You're number one. Sport fishing with Dan Hernandez on the Stardust. Beautiful weather. Man, doesn't get no better.
Right. Nice grouper.
Bag 20?
Right, I'm done. Whew. Yes, sir. Sorry, I'll take it.
Fishing on the Stardust, Dan Hernandez. Woo!
Right on.
Yeah.
What number?
Another double.
Hey.
Great double. Great double.
See what I got here. Shaking a little bit. Oh, big salmon grouper. Big salmon grouper on the bucktail. Beautiful, beautiful fish. All right, let's take a break from the action. And when we return, I'll be giving you this week's tip of the week. For this week's tip of the week, I want to talk to you a little bit about what we did today here aboard the Stardust. Fishing deep water, over 400 feet deep. So it's really important to use 16 ounces of lead, and you had a reel that had that much line get down the bottom using Spectra line. On my electric reel, I was using 40-pound Spectra with 40-pound mono for my leader. And I was using B52 Bucktails to catch all my rockfish and my lean cod too. Now, before we started fishing, the skipper told us to use larger baits. Use a big profile. That big profile was the key to catch the lean cod. And that's what I use here. So that's this week's tip. Listen to the crew. Go ahead and use that larger profile to attract those bigger fish. The big reds, the lean cod, this is what I got them with. Well, I want to thank the crew here for the Stardust, the captain, all the guys who did a great job. I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and I hope you join us again next week as we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing.